Hey Pirates, welcome back to another edition of Pirate News, the second semester edition.
Don't forget to turn in your Semester 1 textbooks. The list of textbooks that are due are listed on Schoology. The textbook window is open before and after school. If you have any questions, you may go to the library.
Let's check out some pictures from the senior trip to Disneyland.
Hey seniors, if you attended your senior trip to Disneyland, you can submit your pictures using the QR code that was posted on Schoology by Mr. Cardera.
The Sports Medicine Club will be selling bouquet grams during lunch in Senior Square or in room 605 for $10 cash only. It comes in colors red, white, and pink. Pre-order ends next Friday.
Hey Pirates, let's take a look at what teachers' pet peeves are.
Your biggest pet peeves?
I would say my biggest pet peeve is cussing in the classroom. When it's an F-bomb every other word, I'm not a fan.
Understandable.
My biggest pet peeve, I guess is teacher's perspective, is when I'm giving directions at the beginning of class, students are talking. You know how this goes? When I'm done, students ask me, wait, miss, what are we doing today? I hate repeating myself, so I always say, hey, ask Brian.
Pet peeve is when students, when they come in like this, right? So they come in like this. You know, you hold the door, come in, and then when they let it slam, I don't want to hear the door. So if I do this, we don't hear it. See? Silence.
My pet peeves is I hate it when students lie to me. It's like hilarious. I see a student over there on the phone. I say, hey man, can you get off your phone? They're like, Mr. I was on my phone. I'm like, dude, I just saw you on your phone. Like literally, I saw you doing it. Like I observed you. And they're like, oh no, I wasn't doing it. That's one of my biggest pet peeves when I catch a student lying and I'm like, no, I saw you.
My biggest pet peeve is when somebody is late for something they are supposed to be on time for. When you're late, you're stealing people's time. Don't do it.
We wanted to share something that we did a week during finals week between our AVID elective classes. Between myself, Miss Rocha, and Miss Fernandez, we had a classroom competition between sophomores, juniors, and seniors, and we have some video highlights of how it went. So feel free to take a look. It was a lot of fun. You got this, Oswaldo. You got this, Anthony.
Wait, don't push me! I'm gonna push you. Okay, go back.
Nice. Nice, setting the pace. Very nice.
Now from the West Campus, the conclusion of CSI Paramount season.
What are we doing today?
Anna?
What about Anna?
We're figuring out how she died.
Oh, how are we going to figure that out? What are we doing today to...
Finishing her autopsy? Toxicology?
Toxicology? What does that mean?
We find out what substances were in her blood.
There you go. Unknown 1. Your results for unknown 1. Compare them to your known samples and tell me what was in the pill.
Aspirin.
Okay, and how do you know that?
The pH both matched, and when we tested the water, it both crystalled up like that.
Okay. Unknown 2.
I think it's caffeine.
Caffeine?
Yeah.
And what makes you so sure it's caffeine?
The ferric nitrate. It's the same color. And then on the pH, it's also the same color.
Good job. So in her stomach, she had
Aspirin and caffeine.
Caffeine. So what do you think killed her, the aspirin or the caffeine?
Probably the aspirin.
I guess we'll find out in her toxicology report which one was toxic.
Yep.
Isabel, I need to ask you a really important question.
Okay.
How did Anna die?
She most likely overdosed on caffeine.
Ah. So you think she died from that?
Yeah, she
How
took like 5 times more than she should have.
Oh,
probably more.
Is it normal to die with caffeine?
No, it's pretty rare, but in some cases it does happen because of how much they drink in a day.
Thank you.
With the evidence we have, she had put caffeine in her coffee. She drank it, then fell over, hit her head on the counter edge and fell down. The evidence showed to us was that she had overdosed on caffeine, which led to her heart attack. Death is determined to be accidental.
Dang, that was crazy. She died out of caffeine.
Next week, boys basketball are having 2 home games. On February 2nd, it's against Dominguez, and the 4th is against Gar.
And now, the Gladiator Games.
And welcome to Gladiator Games, folks. Here we have a finals taking competition. And our contestants are Abigail, Melody, and Rodrigo. And they're off. There we go. Let's see what they're... Melody looks like she's taking her time. Abigail's on it. Looking pretty good there. Coming right along. And then Melody, let's see what she says. I don't know. What are you talking about? Rodrigo, putting in the work. Looking good. Coming to the home stretch. And the grades are coming in, folks. Coming along. Abigail didn't like it. Melody, she seems to be happy with it. Rodrigo seems a little nervous. Well, let's see how they end up, folks. No. She did good. Rodrigo did terrible. And the winner's Melody. You got to be kidding me.
That wraps up another edition of Pirate News. See you next week, Pirates.